Y'all, best I can tell, this one ain't clickbait. Hey there guys, PortalMaster9351 here, and in today's video I have got some really interesting news that has come out of nowhere and makes very little sense to me and has basically thrown off everything that I thought I knew about Activision's plan for some of their franchises. So I've been building up to a video where I was going to talk about Activision's master plan for basically all of their franchises, and I literally just did a video like a week ago where I was talking about the possibility of a new Crash Bandicoot game, and I said, no, it's probably not happening until like the 2020s. It's not happening anytime soon, and now it looks like I may have been wrong. Very, very wrong. So, Crash Bandicoot's merchandise is made by a company known as GBI. GBI is a massive licensing, company. They make products for thousands upon thousands, maybe not thousands, but a lot of brands. They make products for a lot of brands. Pokemon, Call of Duty, everything. They make lots and lots of products. And Crash Bandicoot is one of the products that they make merchandise for. So, a lot of these companies that sell various products, like Tomy, other toy industries. I follow Lightseekers, and they had a similar thing actually happen in Tomy's Retailer's magazine. And so, GBI has released a retailer's magazine, and a retailer's magazine is basically where they say these are the products that's coming out from us for this year. Retailers like Walmart, Toys R Us, and other companies will look through the catalog and say, okay, in our stores, we want this product, this product, this product, and this product from you guys. And they will order company-wide, and basically, it's like a magazine, a catalog for major companies. They put this out every single year. GBI recently released their 2018 retailers catalog, and in it, on like page close to 100, it's like 97, they have a small thing in there about Crash Bandicoot, and they say that it is one to watch. This is a franchise to keep an eye on. Activision has a 5-year plan for this, and it will be going bolder next year, going to both the PC and Nintendo Switch, and on top of that, it will have a brand new game coming out in 2019. What? So, yes! For all intents and purposes, it seems like Crash Bandicoot is getting a game in 2019, which is not at all what we expected, and on top of that, the Insane Trilogy could be getting ported to both the PC and Switch, but oddly enough, not Xbox. Now, there is a little bit of rationale for this. Currently, Sony is in charge of a lot of what goes on with the Crash franchise, and they obviously wouldn't want their biggest competitor, Microsoft, to be able to put that on their console, but they're more okay with PC and Switch because they understand that that is a different demographic that probably won't cut into their sales as much as something like Xbox would. Now, what's a little confusing about this is that it says next year it will be going onto the Switch and PC, and then it later says in 2019 it will be getting another game, rather than saying next year it will be going on the PC and Switch and it'll get a new game next year. That's what it would theoretically say if it was both referring to the same year. Now, this catalog was put out very early in January. Well, not very early. It was put out mid-January. So it's a good possibility that this was said before 2018 and was stated back in 2017, saying that next year, referring to 2018, would be the year in which the game would get ported to both the PC and Switch, and then 2019 is when the new game would come out. This would make a lot more sense, as if he was referring to the same year of 2019, then he would have stated, both the new game and the ports are coming the next year. But he didn't say it like that. He stated it as if the ports would be coming this year in 2018. And obviously that makes sense. It's easier to port something than it is to do a brand new game. However, for all intents and purposes, we thought Crash Bandicoot was going to be exclusive to just the PS4, and that no longer seems to be the case. And it also implies that this new game, it doesn't say a remaster, it says a new game, a new original Crash Bandicoot game. And again, it states that there is a 5-year plan for the Crash Bandicoot franchise. And this, again, this makes sense. We know Activision loves to plan things out well in advance. And if they are going with a 2-year release cycle for Crash Bandicoot, then that means that they more than likely already have another Crash Bandicoot Bandicoot planned for 2021, or 2 years down the line. 2017 to 2021, that's 5 years. That's a 5-year plan for the Crash Bandicoot franchise. Now, take it with a grain of salt. It is from a licensing catalog from the company that makes merchandise for Activision. It does not come straight from Activision, so it should be taken with a grain of salt. However, for all intents and purposes, this appears to be legit news. We can't really seem to find anything that contradicts this. Activision has never actually stated that it would always be a PS4 exclusive. They never said that. No one ever said that. It's just that's what everyone assumes. So it's not like this is earth-shattering news that contradicts everything we thought we knew. It doesn't seem to do that, but it is still definitely very unexpected. Now, this does mean a few interesting things, though, for some of Activision's other franchises, because things like Spyro that were rumored to be getting a remake in 2019, could they still be getting a remake in 2019 if Crash Bandicoot is also going to be promoted in 2019? Who knows? That is definitely something that people are going to have to consider. And also, if Crash Bandicoot is not going to be exclusive to the PS4 forever, then does that mean Spyro will actually be PS4 exclusive? We know Toys for Bob is developing a multi-platform game, and Toys for Bob is another game developer for Activision. So, is it possible that this unannounced project that Toys for Bob is working on is, in fact, a Spyro remake and not just, you know, another Skylanders game like people thought? Honestly, who knows? And I don't know. There's a press conference coming up on February the 8th that I have talked about again and again and again in my videos that Activision will be having. February 8th at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm live streaming the reaction to it because it's going to have some big news for Activision franchises, period. And so I feel like that'll probably give us a little more insight into what is going on, because it's more than likely that, you know, because see, here's the thing. Let me back up a little bit. We know Toys for Bob is working on a console game that is on both PS4 and Xbox. So, if Crash Bandicoot games are not releasing on the Xbox, then we know for a 100% fact that Toys for Bob cannot be working on a Crash Bandicoot game, and it's more likely that Vicarious Visions is working on this new Crash Bandicoot game. But honestly, who knows at this point? Because it could have just been possible that he omitted saying Xbox. Honestly, we don't really know. But I do think that this February 8th press conference will again give us more insight into what's going on. With rumors that Call of Duty has been pushed back a year, then they are going to have to say that there is something going on for Activision, because here's the thing. We know that this is their next press conference is where they lie out their plans to investors for the upcoming year. And if Blizzard comes out there, the Blizzard division of Activision Blizzard comes out and says, we have 3 expansions planned for Hearthstone. We have a new expansion planned for World of Warcraft. Overwatch, best game ever. We're going to support it so much. King comes on there and says, we've got 3 new mobile games we're releasing this year. That's just an exaggeration. Candy Crush is making billions of dollars every single year. One of the top apps in the App Store. Blah, 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 blah. And then Activision comes out there and it's like, yeah, we're pushing Call of Duty back and we've got some games that we're working on, but yeah, that's all we're announcing today. Then it's going to be, Activision is going to look so lackluster compared to those other divisions within the company. And so it would not surprise me if something was announced at this press conference. Because if Activision walks out there and just says, we have stuff planned for this year, and don't actually give any specifics whatsoever, it's gonna look bad to investors. They've got to come out and announce something. Even though we would expect a Spyro remake or a Crash new game to be announced later on, they're gonna have to announce something at this press conference, and most likely it is that they will announce that Crash is getting a port to these other platforms. That is the most likely thing to definitely be announced there, because they're gonna have to say something. Also, if there is a new Skylanders game this year, I have a very strong feeling that it will be confirmed at this press conference, because that is what they have always done for Skylanders games. They have always confirmed new Skylanders games at this press conference. And the one year that there was not a Skylanders game, they said at this press conference that there would not be a Skylanders game. So I have a feeling that something will be announced for either Crash or Skylanders. But anything related to Spyro, a Spyro remake, will probably not be talked about at all and will probably be saved for E3. But something is going to have to be announced at this press conference. And with this news that Crash Bandicoot could be getting a game in 2019 and could be getting ported to some other consoles either this year or next year, that is big news that could be announced. But honestly, guys, I don't know. This really confuses me. I'm going to have to rethink my entire thought process about Activision's master plan because this throws such a wrench in that, you know, whole thing. But anyways, what I'm curious about is what you guys think. So be sure to tell me down in the comments what you guys think about Crash Bandicoot now that this news is out there. I will leave a link down to the sources where I got this information from in the description if you would like to check it out. So yeah, just tell me what you guys think. Anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. This has been Portal Master 9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.